to this happy place, welcome.
Hey guys, it's Tim, and welcome to another episode of the Dreaming of Disney podcast. I'm with my beautiful wife, Adrienne. Say hello.
Well, tell me what to do.
No,
Hello. Sounds muffled to me.
Sounds muffled to you?
I don't know. Now I'm using different headphones, and
Sounds fine to
either
me.
that or I'm losing my hearing, which is possible.
Well, we are getting up there, so.
Pop my ears.
How's your evening?
Fine. You've been here too.
That's true. I have. It's been all right. Man, Georgia's been clingy. Let me tell you.
What are you talking about right now? Is this a parenting podcast?
It could be. It could be. It could be.
Clingy or just... Oh, yeah, I guess clingy.
She's also two. Being very two.
She is being very too.
She's very two. But anyways, that's not why you're here. You're here to talk about Disney. And that's why we're here talking about Disney.
What is happening with this intro?
So there's been some recent news as far as opening dates are concerned lately.
Okay.
So the first one, the World of Frozen.
Oh, wait. Oh, what?
World of Frozen in Hong Kong.
World of
It's the Frozen Land. The first of the two Frozen lands.
Oh, okay, because I saw the Tokyo one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Hong Kong, I believe, is opening first.
And that's just the Frozen land.
It's called World of Frozen.
World of Frozen.
Opens November 20th. Not like we're ever going to go, but you know.
Well, we've got what? A little less than a month. Let's buy some tickets. Let's
go. Let's go to China. That opens up November 20th. And they earlier last week, they released some information on the Disney Parks blog. Complete guide to the World of Frozen at Hong Kong Disneyland. So there's going to be a Wandering Oaken Sliding Sleighs is the roller coaster.
Is it a roller coaster?
Oh
my gosh.
I mean, I would say it's like on par with Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
You've been on it then?
No, just from like the pictures.
Oh, are there pictures?
And there's been like some ride throughs, like some sneak peeks at the ride. So it's not like a super intense roller coaster. It's pretty tame, like Seven Dwarfs, and then Frozen Ever After.
Oh, okay. But
it. Yeah, it's the same one as in Disney World.
But that's it for the land?
Yeah, just those two rides.
Oh, Frozen Ever After. I'm sorry. I was thinking Frozen Sing Along. I was
no.
So there's one ride and then a show? That's it?
No.
Oh, okay.
The
gotcha.
ride.
The ride,
Frozen.
which is a good ride. I love that
But
ride.
this one has updated animatronics.
Oh, okay.
So this one has the one at Epcot. They're on it. All the characters' faces are like projected, so they're like computer screens on their faces, so they can be like more show more expressions. This one they use a new technology animatronics to where the whole body is a robot, but the face is more expressive as a robot.
Okay.
So there's that. There's the Golden Crocus Golden Crocus Inn, which is a restaurant. In need of a hearty meal, Golden Crocus Inn is your spot. This cozy, nautical-themed quick-service restaurant in Arendelle Village features a variety of offerings inspired by delicious Norwegian homey food, from seafood to pasta.
Okay.
And then there's, of course, a chocolate store because, when
Oh,
they say chocolate. Northern Delights. So yeah, chocolate store, some more quick service type places. And then there's Playhouse in the Woods, which is where you can meet Anna, Elsa, Kristoff, and Oaken. Elsa has opened the doors to her secret childhood hideaway, Playhouse in the Woods. The first of its kind, unique and engaging theatrical experience found in Arendelle Forest features Anna, Elsa, and Olaf and comes to life through singing, projection mapped content, special effects, and sensory elements.
Cool. Well, I might have to make a trip to Hong Kong.
I think we'll have to.
I think we need to do it.
And then there's character encounters. Not only can you meet Anna and Elsa at the Playhouse in the Woods, Anna, more frozen friends can be found throughout the land. Say hoo to Oaken and ask Kristoff for his best ice advice. They're excited to celebrate Summer Snow Day with you.
What about
And there's
Olaf?
stores. I think he's at the Playhouse in the Woods show. So that's coming November 20th. And I believe there's one coming Tokyo.
Yeah, Tokyo has the new Tokyo Sea. They have like the Peter Pan, Tangled, and Frozen inspired ports.
Yeah, so it's not like full on.
So it's not
lands.
a full on land, but it's like the themed. Well, kind of. Like that's kind of what Tokyo Sea is. They have like the different ports instead of lands.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Is what from what I can tell. I've never been, but yeah.
Yeah,
Tangled.
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and they also, I didn't have this on my list, but I remembered Shanghai Disney just released first look at Zootopia.
Oh, that's right. They're getting a Zootopia
They're getting
land.
Zootopia land, which will be pretty cool.
Yeah.
And the other opening date, this one's been a long time coming. The Disneyland Treehouse
Oh,
in
yes.
Adventureland opens up November 10th.
Oh, okay.
So coming
a
up here
couple
pretty
weeks.
quick. Pulling up the Disney Parks blog here. November 10th, new Adventureland Treehouse opening in Disneyland. It is going to be called, where is it? So excited to share that Adventureland Treehouse inspired by Walt Disney's Swiss Family Robinson.
Which I'm very curious about this because it used to be the Swiss Family Treehouse.
Yeah.
Then they changed it to Tarzan's Treehouse.
Yeah.
So now they're kind of changing it back, but it's like they realize that they should have left it, but they can't just say, okay, it's back to the Swiss Family Treehouse. So they have to Adventure Treehouse inspired by. It's kind of like the artist formerly known as Prince. like why
It's Prince, but it's not.
yeah. Like, why not just call it? Yeah. So I'm curious to see how it differs from the way it used to be. Obviously, it's been a very long time since I did the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse. I liked it like that. I love that movie. But I wonder what the motivation of changing it, like changing it back, because there was rumors, is it going to be Encanto or whatever, and so they're changing it back to kind of what it used to be. Seemingly, we'll see, but yeah, like I wonder what the motivation of changing it from Tarzan. What's wrong with Tarzan?
From some things that I've read is that they're looking to make it more inclusive to guests with disabilities who can't go up.
Yeah, because it's
stairs.
It's
there's
tiring
things,
when you're carrying a very heavy baby.
Yeah, there's things that are obviously up top
right.
of the treehouse, but there's also things below to where you don't need to go up. But there's also no way if you're like in a wheelchair, you can't. There's not like an elevator, or
right?
anything.
But still, the theming.
Oh yeah.
Like, why change it from Tarzan? I'm not saying I like Tarzan. I didn't love the change. It's not like I'm like, why change? I love Tarzan. Like, I'm just wondering why. I don't care. I'm just wondering why.
Yeah, I don't know. But
Should have made it Grandmother Willow.
Well, it's not in the same. It's like that's not very Adventureland. That's more Frontierland.
That's true.
So come on,
I
Adrienne.
know. I'm sorry. But Pocahontas could have been at the top.
Yeah, that would have been cool. A little meet and greet.
With Pocahontas and John Smith and Miko. Bring back Miko.
Yeah. Anyways, so there's 4 distinct rooms.
Oh.
There's the mother's music den.
Okay.
The son's nature room.
Okay.
And the daughter's astronomer loft. And then there's the kitchen on the ground floor.
Okay.
And each one's obviously a different theme, different things that you can explore and do and all that kind of good stuff.
Which, yes, that's obviously just inspired by because they don't have a daughter.
I don't know anything about this movie because I've never seen it. I know it's one of my favorites.
Well, no, it's not one of my favorites. I just like it.
You just said it was one of your favorites.
No, I said I like it.
Oh, okay.
And it's not one of my favorites. I mean, I grew up watching it, but they have 3 boys and then they find the girl, but that's not their daughter.
Interesting. Very interesting.
So, is it? I don't know.
I don't know. So that was for Disneyland. That's opening up. And so I kind of teased this last week when Disney posted this. This is a Disney World specific. Mm-hmm. So they announced Disney After Hours at Walt Disney World. And so what this is a ticketed event after hours at Disney World. So different parks. So you have to buy an additional ticket. So if you're a pass holder, this is not included. There are going to be pass holder and DVC member discounts. They didn't say what. And so it's pretty much from 7 p.m. to each park's different. I'm trying to pull up where it says here. Let's see. So event times at Disney's Hollywood Studios are from 9:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. Magic Kingdom and Epcot are from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. And those are the 3 parks. Animal Kingdom's not included. But you get to, if you buy those tickets, you get to enter the end of parks starting at 7.
But it doesn't close at 7 for other guests.
No.
Okay. It closes at regular time.
There's regular time.
Okay.
So say for Hollywood Studios, it closes at 9:30. But if you bought the ticket, you stay from 9:30 to 12:30.
Right. So no, because they have things like that out here. They have like the Halloween party. They have Sweetheart Night. They have they had Star Wars night. So they have out on the West Coast in Disneyland. I don't know if they do. Well, I know they do like the Halloween party back in Disney World. I don't know if they do like Sweetheart Nights and stuff like that.
I don't think so, no.
But those are special ticketed events, and you know, doesn't include if you're a pass holder, you have to buy this ticket. So now these aren't themed. They're just like after hours.
They're just after hours.
Okay.
Whereas, Disneyland, they have the themed ones, but also Disneyland stays open later than Disney World.
Yeah. Typically, especially in the summer months till midnight.
Yeah.
Winter, like usually around 10, I think. I think it's 10.
And so these aren't themed nights. These are just on regular days. They're going to have, it's not every day. It's still going to be specific days where they're going to have these events at Hollywood Studios, Magic Kingdom, and Epcot.
Have they said how often?
They haven't said how often. They just said these for Hollywood Studios, these special nights will take place at Disney's Hollywood Studios, January 10th through April 10th, 2024.
Oh, so this is just this is just for a period of time.
Yeah. So this is just during the winter and early spring.
Okay.
For Magic Kingdom, January 11th through April 8th. And they'll have a standby line for Tron. So it won't be a virtual queue for them. It'll just be a regular standby line.
So now...
And then Epcot is February 2nd through April 4th.
Are these tickets, have they said prices yet?
Yes.
Are they the same price as a full day?
Disney After Hour ticket prices range from $155 to $175 plus tax for Magic Kingdom.
Holy moly. That's like 3 hours. 2 hours. 3 hours.
Well, if you count starting at 7.
Okay. 5 hours.
And Disney's Hollywood Studios. Epcot After Hours ticket prices range from $149 to $159.
And did you say to me earlier that food is included?
Food and refreshments are included.
Limited or like?
I think, but they're like snacks things. I think like pretzels.
Not like
popcorn.
meals.
No. At least I don't think so.
I don't know what the ticket price is for one day in any of those parks, but it sounds like it's close to that. I'm assuming.
I don't know. If you want to check, see what a 1 day ticket for 1 day, 1 park ticket is at Disney World. But I would think that it would be around that price. So if you think, okay, if it's around the same price as a full day ticket, you could reason
okay.
What?
I found it.
Okay.
I believe. Let's see. 10 and up, 109.
109 for what park? For Disney World?
I'm going to continue. Hang on.
I assume
it's having me. I just want to see the prices, man. Choose your ticket type. I don't want to sign in.
Are you using the website
Standard
or the app?
based. Website.
Okay, select number and day. So 1 day starts at 109.
Yeah.
So this is more expensive.
More expensive for like 5 hours instead of 14?
Yeah. So you could reason I am getting an exclusive experience. So less people are going to be in the parks.
Yeah.
I'm also getting snacks included and drinks. I don't know what types of drinks, if it's just like coffee, hot chocolate, sodas, that type of stuff. Don't need Genie Plus.
Probably, yeah.
It may not even be available during those times. So, I mean, you're looking at an extra $50, almost $50 compared to a full day ticket. But if you add in Genie Plus, which is what, $30 to $35. So you're looking at, just that alone gets you closer.
Right. And then food or
snacks. I mean, a churro.
Because you're not there for a meal.
$5.45, it's a little over $5. Or a pretzel is around the same time, same amount. And then a soda, it could be $3 or $4. And so, I mean, you start adding that in, then okay. But
you just
you're getting
way less time.
Way less time. But you could argue I'd probably be able to do way more in that short amount of time because there's less people.
It just seems like it would be a local thing. I mean, who's going to go all the way to Florida and then buy this ticket?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because typically you're not buying single park days. If you're going to Disney World for a week, you're buying a 6 day, 7 day, whatever.
Yep.
Park ticket, bundle or whatever, you're not buying like 6 individual days. So it's not like you're like, okay, well, I'll buy a ticket for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday, I'm going to buy that evening ticket. And then Friday, I'll buy another 1 day ticket. Like, you're not doing that. So it's just,
it's a one-off thing. It's a one-off.
Odd.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. It seems like Disneyland has a lot more locals than Disney World. So I'm not saying they don't have locals and pass holders that go all the time. it just, it seems just a little. I guess if you're a pass holder and you're there.
You've already paid for the year. And so this would just be like
your extra,
like a one-off type thing. And you do get a discount. One thing where these types of events make more sense at Disneyland is that they're always themed. Mm-hmm. Like it's the throwback night where it's supposed to be like, going to Disneyland the 60s.
Yes, I wanted to do that.
Or you have the Star Wars nights, or, there's the other, holiday nights, or, those types of things. And so you're going for an experience, the special meet and greets, the special food, all that type of stuff. Whereas this just seems like you just want to go to Disney World at night.
Yeah.
And there's nothing really special to that.
Right.
And you get to stay later than you usually do at Disney World because it's not usually open that late.
Right. Which they have had. So you'll get into more updates on this, but
you're talking about the deluxe hours?
Yes. So Disney World has deluxe hours. If you stay at a deluxe resort, there are certain days, not every day, or a certain day, a certain park. If you were staying at a deluxe resort, you can stay after hours. It's usually 2 hours after park close.
Yeah.
So they don't do it for Animal Kingdom or Hollywood Studios. They weren't doing it for. It was just Epcot and Magic Kingdom. And it was like Mondays were Epcot and Wednesdays were Magic Kingdom, something like that.
Yeah.
So if you stay at a deluxe resort on those days, you can do that, which we were planning for our trip in August.
Yep.
Postponed it, but we were trying to, because we were going to do a split stay. We were staying at a deluxe resort for a few days and then a moderate resort for a few days. So as we've been trying to plan for our new dates, whatever they may be, I still don't know. We were trying to see if we could do that again. Book a deluxe resort for a few days so we can take advantage of these late night hours when the park's less busy and everyone knows park's better at night. And then they announced this.
Yes.
So we were like, are they taking away the deluxe hours that are free? Yes, you are paying more for a deluxe hotel.
Yep.
But it's not a special ticketed event. If you are staying at a deluxe hotel, you have access to this, just like if you stay at a Disneyland resort on property at Disney World or a Disneyland Resort Hotel in Disneyland, you have access to early entry.
Yeah.
So similar to that.
And Disney World they have early entry. So whether you're staying, it's any level of resort. So as long as you're staying on property at Disney World, you get the 30 minutes early entry. It was only deluxe hotels, and the deluxe villas. You get the extended evening hours, they call it.
Yes. Oh. Okay.
Which is 2 hours after park closing. And it's only Epcot and Magic Kingdom that they do it. So so that was what when I first saw that, that's immediately what I thought. I was like, oh my goodness, they're taking away the deluxe hours and make you have to pay for it. And that got me really angry.
Yeah, I'm usually the one that gets upset about these changes. And, Genie Plus got me all fired up and still does a lot of times. And, when they added Ariel and that, you heard my rant, and you're usually like, Well,
I can find the reasoning in it. It's like, okay, I can see why they're doing that.
I can find reasoning. The reasoning is usually they want more money.
Yes.
That is the reasoning.
Yeah.
100%. And it makes me mad because they're hurting. Come on. So you're just usually like, from a business standpoint, they need to make money. Blah, 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 blah.
But so when I saw this,
you were mad.
I was really upset. And because we were planning a trip and we really wanted to stay at a deluxe resort to take advantage of this. And I'm like, they're taking it away. It's not just like they're making you only can stay at these resorts, deluxe resorts now to get this. It seemed like, no, they're just taking it away altogether. And now you have to pay $150 extra if you want to do it. And it's like, they can't be doing that. That seems too much for Disney. So I did some digging.
Oh, they're greedy.
They can be, yes. So I did some digging and I found some good news.
Okay.
So Deluxe extended evening hours is staying.
Okay.
So right now, because when you look like during the holidays, during Halloween, Christmas, they do very limited. It's only on very specific days. They're doing it because they have
all these parties,
all the holiday parties that they do where they close early and all that kind of stuff. And so right now, where it's usually Epcot is on Mondays, Magic Kingdom is on Wednesdays, and they right now it's only during Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom for very specific dates. But starting in January, they're bringing it back, the deluxe evening hours for Epcot and Magic Kingdom. So if you go on to the calendar, the hours calendar, they have on January 1st, no, whatever that Monday is. I can't think of it.
I don't know.
I don't think it's the 1st.
You want me to tell you? Let's see.
I looked earlier today and I already forgot.
January 1st
is
a Monday.
So Epcot is open 2 extra hours later for deluxe hotel guests. And then January 3rd, Wednesday, Magic Kingdom is open 2 hours later. So they are bringing it back. So it seems like they are keeping it. It's just these very specific dates that, because they just said, starting January 10th or whatever, they're going to have these after hours, but they didn't give the specific dates. So
those are going to be more probably like, well, I mean, it makes sense, but it's like, this is just for people who are staying at a deluxe resort where these events are a special ticketed event. Like you have to buy a ticket and it'll probably be.
So, they're not going to happen on a Monday or a Wednesday because those are going to be the deluxe hour.
Right. They just combine them.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stay at a deluxe resort then.
So that made me feel better that was still saying, but still, it still just rubbed me the wrong way. It still irritates me.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. So, that made me think. And this question has been brought up so much on other podcasts and YouTube videos and in forums. Do people even talk on forums anymore? I don't even know.
I don't even really know what a forum is.
It's like a online forum.
That doesn't answer my question.
No. Like, well, or like Reddit or things like that.
Okay, like where people chat.
It is, yeah.
Okay.
So it's not like a chat room.
Put me back in the 90s, man. Like, I'm like, what is all this?
Well, internet forum is like one of the original.
Okay,
like
put me back in the 70s or something.
Social media. But it's staying
Give
on
me my
Disney.
floppy disk.
Play some Oregon Trail.
Yes.
So is staying on property worth it? It seems like these, thinking about Disney World, if they were taking the deluxe hours. So is it worth paying the extra to stay at the nicer hotel to get the extra perks? If they were taking it away, obviously they're not. We found out they aren't taking it away. But
even really, and I said this to you when we thought that they were, and I was like, well, then we don't stay at a deluxe resort. We wanted to stay a few nights at the Riviera because we went and walked around. We've talked about this when we were there almost 2 years ago. We walked around, we toured their DVC rooms, and we just really liked. It's a really nice resort. Yeah. So we're like, for our anniversary, it'd be really nice to stay there for a couple of days. If we were there as a family or it wasn't like a special trip, then like I'd have to look. I am not familiar with Disney World prices as far as all of their levels, because they have all on property. They have deluxe, moderate, and then value, all on property. So I'll get the perks of early entry.
And staying in the Disney bubble. Free transportation.
Free transport and all that. And I wonder, do they do like the souvenirs back to the room?
Yes.
Okay. So depending on like how much, because like we did stay, we got a great deal. We did stay at a deluxe when we were there. We stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge. They did not have, they did have it, but not.
They didn't have deluxe hours then.
Hadn't it like just started? We wouldn't have done it anyway because we had 4 kids and a 9-month-old with it. Like we wouldn't have done it. But I feel like I remember seeing something about it when we were there, like it was new or something, but I could be wrong. But from what I hear, like a lot of the moderate resort like are really nice. And so it's not like you're staying at a Motel 6 if you don't stay at a deluxe. So it's like depending on the price difference and you just get these 2 extra hours, like it's probably not.
Yeah.
Really. Like we wanted to do it because it was for our 15th anniversary and we wanted to stay a couple of nights at least. We're not staying the whole trip. We just wanted to do like a couple of nights. And we're used to having 4 kids with us and they can't make it that late. And we're like, hey, we're not going to have the kids. We could make it that late. So if it was like a family going, unless you have like night owl kids, that sounded like a, probably not.
Yeah.
Like just for those 2 extra hours at night, because especially with kids, do you want to push them that far and then the next day be bad? And then like I know there are a lot of families who their kids sleep in later and they stay up late. So maybe that is something you'd want to do. But as far as Disney World with the after hours, I don't think it's probably worth it. I think it's like if you want to stay at a deluxe resort anyway, just because you want to stay at one of the nicer ones, then take advantage of it. But to choose to pay more to stay at a deluxe resort for this specific thing, no, I do not think it's worth it.
Yeah.
Like when we thought they took it away, I was like, well, let's just stay at Caribbean Beach the whole time then.
Yeah.
Like I do want to stay at the Riviera, but I'm also like, if we're not getting that perk, like I'm not as inclined to because now, well, okay, whatever. But the trip is changing.
Yeah.
But yeah, does that make sense?
No,
just
it makes
like
sense.
if you want to stay at a deluxe resort because you want to stay at a deluxe resort, which we do. But that's because it's a special trip for us.
Yeah.
Then do it. I wouldn't think it's worth it for those 2 extra hours. So that's from Disney World, my opinion, because then there's the value resorts and then even the moderate, which seems to be a big price difference from the deluxe, where you get early entry and other perks.
Yeah.
Disneyland?
Yeah. You only get 3 choices compared to how many resorts are there at Disney
Isn't there
World?
like 30 something?
Something crazy like that. At Disneyland, you only get 3.
And I would say if you're going to compare, Grand Californian would be deluxe, Disneyland Hotel would be moderate, and Pixar Place would be the value.
Pixar Place, I forgot. They announced the opening date for that.
January
10th?
Something like that.
Sometime in January.
Yeah.
But it looks awesome.
It looks so fun.
The rooms look really cool.
The pool area looks fun.
The pool looks fun. And the lobby and the restaurants and everything like that. The rooms needed updating so bad.
Yeah.
And these new rooms are definitely more modern looking.
Yeah.
Really fun. But anyways, go ahead.
But now with that, being totally remodeled. I don't know if it'll be cheaper than the other two or if it's going to be kind of on par with Disneyland Hotel.
Yeah.
But even with that, those, I even feel bad saying that those are moderate because they are more than a moderate at Disney World.
Yes.
So I love staying at the Disneyland Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Early entry is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's hard is because it's like, there's only, like you said, there's only 3 choices.
But it's also hard because now you only get early entry an extra 30 minutes.
Right. It used to be an
hour.
Well, and
it was only certain days.
Right. Which they're going back to that.
That's right. I forgot about that.
They're going back to alternating. Well, they haven't said if it's alternating days. That's what it used to be. It used to be alternating days, like one day early entry, or they called it Magic Hour back then. Magic Hour was at Disneyland. Mm-hmm. Then the next day, Magic Hour was at California and go back and forth. So you'd have to look. They'd have at the hotels, like in the lobbies areas,
mm-hmm.
like in each tower at Disneyland Hotel, you could find, and it would say
today's Magic Hour,
and it would tell you the next few days too.
Yeah. And there was a trick to this going actually the opposite. So if the Magic Hour is for Disneyland, you go to California Adventure because it was going to be less busy that day.
Sometimes like, and now I don't know if that would apply. This was years ago when the parks weren't as busy.
And actually said, we are doing this. It was just in their terms and conditions that they changed the language.
Oh.
There's never been an official statement from Disney saying we're going back to, or this is the new arrangement for early entry. It was just a change for the terms of conditions that someone saw in the fine print.
Well, if they do it, it's, and people were all mad about it. And I'm like, just plan a little ahead. And someone did bring out like, oh, well, because now it makes it more complicated because you have to have a reservation. Mm-hmm. And I get that.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know, and then you're like, oh, I made my reservation for California Adventure today.
Yeah.
And then, the Magic Hour is. So, but I have a feeling if they do bring that back, they'll maybe you can see ahead longer what the Magic Hour or early entry is. But if they bring that back, I think they also should bring back the private entrance or the line that's exclusively for early entry guests.
Yes.
Because that's what they used to have. And so only people in the park were, people that got early entry, where now you have to wait in line with everybody else. And then, so by the time you actually get in and everyone else can just go in and stand on Main Street, it takes you longer to get in. You just ate up some of your 30 minutes trying to get in, where if you were in a line only for early entry, it would go a lot faster. So they should bring back the early entry line if they're going to bring that back. But anyways.
Is it worth it staying on property at Disneyland for those extra 30 minutes? Mind you, you also
don't kill yourself for it.
Mind you, you also get the private insurance. Actually, only California Adventure. You get the private insurance at Grand California Hotel, and the Pixar Place entrance at California Adventure as well.
Yeah, I mean, if you're staying at Disneyland Hotel, you can get on the monorail.
But that's open to anybody.
But yeah, you could, if you're not staying at a hotel or you're staying at Airbnb and you park in the parking lot and go at the end of
Downtown
Disney. But it's a splurge. Mm-hmm. So those perks are nice. Mm-hmm. They're really nice.
Yeah.
If you can swing it or you want to save for like the special trip, then it's awesome. Mm-hmm. Don't kill yourself for it.
Yeah.
Because you can have a great day without it. Mm-hmm. And I'm never going to encourage anybody to go into debt.
No.
So they need to Disneyland should either bring down the prices of the hotels or add some good neighbor hotels to their like quote unquote on property list.
But then they start doing that, then early entry doesn't really have have that, you know, that specialness to it, because then everybody else, not everybody else, but there's gonna be more people. I think what they need to do, they need to add some better perks to it, you know, for staying on property, whether it's a, you know, being able to stay later. Like,
you get extra. Yeah, you get evening hours.
Even if it's just 1 hour later. Park closes at midnight, you get to stay till 1. I mean, technically you get to stay in the park till 1, but you can't, the ride's shut down at midnight, but you can still do shopping and stuff like that.
But yeah, maybe like they do for deluxe resorts in Disney World, there's certain nights of the week where if you're staying at one of the Disneyland hotels, you get the extra evening hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the perks are not comparable to Disney World. Staying on property. Disneyland.
They're the same. Early entry. And
well, you don't get the what I'm saying, as far as the choices go, Disney World, there's much more of a range in prices.
Yes.
So the price of entry for Disneyland is much higher.
Yes.
To be able to get those same perks.
Yeah.
You have to pay a much higher premium to be able to afford those things. So it's easier to do those things at Disney World than it is to do at Disneyland. Yeah. And so I think maybe, you know, we talked about this a couple episodes ago about the whole Disneyland Forward, where they're building on the other side of downtown Disney, expansion of Disneyland. And that expansion is going to be around Disneyland Hotel, around Pixar Place. So maybe they're going to have some exclusive entrances for those hotels to make it a little bit more,
more perks
for that.
Yeah, in like 20 years. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But as far as, it's for the price for the Disneyland hotels, it's really expensive.
Yeah.
And you think about Disneyland Hotel. It's an amazing hotel. It's our favorite. We love it. But have the distance from Disneyland Hotel all the way through downtown Disney to the parks is much farther.
Yeah.
Than a Good Neighbor hotel
some of the Good Neighbor
hotels that could be half the price, if not
probably
less than half the price of Disneyland Hotel.
And again, like I said,
and for some, the hotel experience is not important to them. They just want a bed.
Oh, I didn't before I had kids. Yeah. Oh, we stayed at like the Del Sol Tropicana, like super cheap, because I made everybody. We were at the gate at 7 and we stayed until they kicked us out. Like we were not even in the room. Yeah. Now that I'm older and I have children, we spend more time in the room.
Those midday naps come in handy.
Yeah. And so now it's more like, and we might do like some pool time with the kids or whatever. So like it's different. When I was single and teenager and single, like I didn't care. But yeah, I think, and like I said, with the early entry, it's like if they made it an hour and they made it your own entrance, your own line, so that you really could use that time, then that would also make it more worth it. But yeah, like if you're staying over on Harbor, you're staying at Portofino or Howard Johnson or one of those, you have a shorter walk. You get to the gate early. Yeah, you can't go into the lands, but if you're not trying to rope drop like Rise or basically Rise or like Big Thunder, like you could still, even without the early entry, get like all Fantasyland. You could get to Space Mountain still. Like you could
get a lot done.
You could get a lot done if you're still rope dropping without the early entry.
Yeah.
If you choose the right time, maybe take the money you're saving from the hotel and buy an individual lightning lane for Rise.
Yeah, definitely.
It's way cheaper.
You could do that over 3 days.
Yeah.
You would probably still come away with.
Well, you're not going to ride it every day.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Depending on how many people are in your family and how many individual lightning lanes you're buying, that would, if you're like, because if that's what you're, I want an early entry. I want to try to, you can't even rope drop that anyway. So yeah. It's, if you like the hotel experience and you want to splurge, it's a fun experience. It will ruin you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to go back when you've done that multiple times, and then you come to expect a level of experience at a Disney hotel, because the experience and the customer service is a lot different, a lot higher than you would get at a holiday. I mean, you're going to get
you're going to get someone in a bad mood.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go, that's going to happen.
But the level of customer service is much higher within the Disney bubble than it is typically outside. So I asked this question to our Instagram followers.
Okay.
I asked, is staying on Disney property worth it? And I gave them 4 choices.
Oh, okay. What are your choices?
It's the only way to go.
Okay.
Not worth the money. Depends on the time of the year. And never stayed on property. So that's another thing we didn't talk about. During some parts of the year, you're going to get much cheaper prices where the price of entry is going to be a lot lower.
Yeah.
Especially during slower periods, usually like in August where it's super hot and school's starting.
Yeah.
January, mid-January to about mid-February is really good. Some places, sometimes in March and May is usually good. But usually after May through January, it's going to be super busy and super expensive.
Well, yeah, on the hot, yeah.
So 25% said it's the only way to go. Another 25% said not worth the money. 42% said depends on the time of the year. And 8% said never stayed. Which I have to agree, depends on the time of the year. Because our favorite time to go is, that January, February time period.
A lot of times when we would do a smaller trip in the summer, we do a Good Neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we also got a message. Her name's Rebecca. She was a guest on me and Johnny's Ahsoka recap show. She says, not at Disneyland, but at 10,000% at Walt Disney World. She's a Walt Disney Worlder, so
okay.
She goes there.
Because like we said, you've got so many more options. You have value, you have moderate, and you have deluxe. And you have several in each category.
Yeah. It's
not like here where you have the 3, and I don't even think you could call them value and moderate. They're all kind of so yeah.
So what do you think? Is staying on Disney property worth it? Let us know. Send us a message on Instagram. And we'll love to hear your thoughts. Leave us a review. We appreciate all of you who listen. Take the time to listen. Take the time to follow us on Instagram.
Thanks. We're going to try to do a game soon.
Yes.
I've been racking my brain trying to come up with a game that's original. And I'm coming up short.
Yeah.
But I want to play some kind of Disney game, trivia or something.
Yeah.
And
we need some extra people too.
Yeah.
So it's hard to, just do a game with one other person.
Because I'm just tired of you.
I know. I'm pretty boring. But also, Bethany with Moms with Magic Plans, she is going to be staying at the new Disneyland Villas.
Yes, the DVC.
So we'll have her on
Yeah.
to give us the full rundown, the review of what that was like. So that'll be cool. So stay tuned for that. But you can follow us on Instagram, dreaming.of.disney.podcast. And we appreciate all of you listening. And we'll look forward to talking to you later.
We'll talk to you guys.
We'll talk to you.
We'll talk at you.
We'll talk at you.
We'll talk at you. We look forward to you listening to us later.
Yeah, listen to us. All right. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.